The Joe Rogan Experience.
But I think dogs, they need something, man. They need exercise. They need love. They're like they're a little version of you in some strange way.
Yep.
You know, and they're a reflection of the owner in some strange way.
Do you buy into the idea that like dogs and their owners kind of start looking like each other?
Yeah, people always say that. I don't think I look like Marshall. He doesn't look like me, but he's the sweetest.
He does when you have your rough costume on.
I don't though. That's the original Marshall. That's a wolf. That's what's crazy. That used to be a wolf.
Right.
That someone took the most ferocious, predatory beast of the forest that operates in packs and they communicate telepathically. Yeah. And they turned that thing into this adorable love sponge.
Dude, okay. When was the last time, this connects, when was the last time you read One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Oh, it's been a long time.
Okay. I think I must have read it when I was in high school and just didn't pay attention. It's completely different from the movie. Like 100% different.
Oh, maybe I never read it.
Ken Kesey, he was like...
Ken Kesey wrote it?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
So it's so psychedelic. The book is so psychedelic, but, you know, like the idea is that the character McMurphy, Jack Nicholson's character, and again, this is my own analysis. I don't know what the actual like literary analysis of it is. He represents an undomesticated human, and the people in the ward are humans that couldn't function in what he calls society the combine. They couldn't function in the combine, so they're being brought into the asylums to get like re-domesticated so they could function in the combine. And he represents like an undomesticated human who enters into like a conditioning center designed to melt people back down, build them back up, and send them out into the world and be good, functioning, domesticated humans. It's so good. It's so subversive, dude. It's such a brilliant, like, it's so funny how different the movie is from it. Like, like Nurse Ratched, and again, because the narrator is Chief, the big Native American dude who is in the movie, that's the narrator of the book. It's being told from his perspective. So you don't know like how much of what he's reporting is real and how much is like he's in a mental asylum, right?
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I know, it's so good. But according to him, Nurse Ratched can control time. She'll speed up time so that like a year goes by in a day, or slow down time so that like a second lasts like 10 years. And that's just one of the many ways that she's basically torturing the people in the ward.
Oh my God.
She's constantly giving them drugs, tying them to their beds, and always this threat. This like threat is hovering, which is if you fuck up too much, if you get too angry at Nurse Ratched, who is a monster, essentially the way he describes it, it's the demiurge, it's the Antichrist, then you know what happens? They're going to fucking give you a lobotomy. They're going to cut out your brain, turn you into a zombie.
And you know they really did that.
Yeah.
They really did that.
They really did that.
They really did that.
I had a professor in college who used to work at an asylum and was the weirdest dude ever. It was an awful class on like psychiatry. And he was kind of talking glowingly about lobotomies. And like someone asked him like, I mean, what happened to the person? And he goes, they became a very good patient.
Oh my God.
Totally was fine with the fact that they were like sticking chopsticks in people's brain, severing the
brain.
Dude, it's with a hammer, wearing that weird outfit. Why are they dressed like that?
And you know, they did a lot of those.
This guy did most of them. He did it. This doctor is credited with the majority of them.
So are they holding this guy down while they're doing this, or is he anesthetized?
I don't know.
I don't see any
I
anesthesia.
see a strap.
I see straps, and I see people holding his arms. Jesus Christ. You know how fucking terrifying that must be to feel that rod going into your brain and knowing they're going to turn you into a vegetable?
Yeah. Electroshock.
Dude, do you remember that guy that was running for vice president who had to admit that he went through electroshock therapy?
No.
Yes. It was during the McGovern Nixon campaign. Eagleton. It was McGovern's campaign, right? Yeah. McGovern was like one of the last hopes. He was one of the last, like, truly rational, what you really want out of someone that you consider a liberal, someone who's a compassionate, strong person who people thought that, he could win. They thought that he could win.
Yeah.
And it says 72, over 2 weeks after the 1972 Democratic Convention, Eagleton admitted the truth of news reports that he had received electroshock therapy for clinical depression during the 1960s. McGovern initially said he would back Eagleton 100%, 1,000% rather, but he didn't. He eventually had to let him go, and then it was too late.
Wait, that's what took him out?
That's what took him out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy
Electroshock
shit.
therapy for depression. Just for depression.
Don't people say it works?
You would be awarded if you had depression today. Today in this victimhood society,
oh, right.
If you said this vice president, he suffered from clinical depression, but he sought help, he would be a shining example. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's like us. He was clinically depressed. He got over it. He's a hero.
Yeah.
And then people would be fine with it.
Yeah, back then.
Back then, it was a giant sign of weakness. And they would shock your brain with.
I think it works.
Whoa.
Doesn't it have good results? I would rather not.
Maybe it's like smelling salt.
Have you watched videos of it? Because it's not like they're like vaulting you the whole time. They put these rods on your head and you like convulse for a second. It's very disturbing to watch.
Maybe it's like a reset, like Control Alt Delete for your brain.
Maybe it's like, yeah, maybe it's doing like something similar to what the psychedelics are doing.
Maybe it's bringing you to a near-death experience because your body thinks it's being electrocuted. So maybe it releases all of those psychedelic chemicals that they think it releases when you're in near-death experiences.